Ladies and gentlemen, time to get started on the floor. Her first one visiting Houston Rollins. Leading off, the second baseman, number 2, Jordan Pontius. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 4, Blake Berry. Batting third, the catcher, number 39, Hudson Bilodeau. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 28, Aaron Takis. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 25, Alvaro Gonzalez. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 1, Gaylor Figueroa. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 51, Taylor Zoothorst. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 8, Ian Yetzko. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 4, Brian Danzero. Starting pitcher for Houston, the left-hander, number 9, Rafael Reese. Manager for the Apollos, David Peterson. The Houston Apollos. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to read the starting lineup for your Kansas City Monarchs. Leading off, the shortstop, number 2, Martin McCullough. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Ryan Rootshot. Batting third, the right fielder, number 17, Darnell Sweeney. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 15, Eddie Guerrero. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 32, Casey Gillespie. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 18, Chaucer Burns. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 7, Colin Willis. Batting the third baseman, number 8, Will Catcher. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 12, Daniel Lossinger. Who will his fourth season as manager, number 44, Joe Pellegrino. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's the starting lineup for your Kansas City Monarchs. Umpire score, game 2 of the doubleheader at home plate, Jeff Head. First base, Dustin Reichtail. At third base, Nathan Sabal. The bullpen as we honor America with performance playing our national anthem. Your Kansas City Monarchs, taking the hill, the right-hander, number 24, Ryan Newell. Presented by Ford Lightning, the Philly Football Time, on the first day, final 4 p.m. Game time temperature, easy breezy, 98 degrees. Right, second, the designated hitter, number 14, Blake Berry. Right, third, Blake Mentor, number 39, that's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, thank you very much. No break. We're rolling right along. I want to give you all of Morgan's conversation, so I kind of stepped aside for a couple of moments. We did miss the first two at bats, but we actually almost missed the first three, but it's a little one-hopper back the mound, and then it'll be Ryan Newell who'll field it underhand at first base to retire Hudson Bilodeau. And you know what? We'll stay right here for just a moment before I give you the open. Monarchs and the Houston Apollos, lineup cards to follow in a moment as the Monarchs see Newell retire. Jordan Pontius and a pop-up behind the plate by Daniel Wazinger makes the play. And then Blake Berry grounds the first, then Hudson Bilodeau, a 1-3 putout for the Apollos. I'll give you their lineup card in the second inning. Quick timeout. Let's roll the open. Monarchs baseball from Kansas City on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
Introducing the coaches for the Monarchs, heading out toward the third base, number 34, Val Kirby. Moving to first base, number 36, John West. Pitching coach for the Monarchs, number 39, Mike Hanneman.
There you go, the great voice of Nate Herron. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends Field in Kansas City, game 2 of the day, as the Monarchs try to look like this after the 1-2-3 Apollos Top of the first inning, Joe Capietra's club will look like this. Morgan McCullough will lead off. He'll be at the shortstop. Ryan Grotjohn batting second. Arizona man at second base. Darnell Sweeney moves to right field, but he'll stay in that third slot. He'll be in right field. Gabby Guerrero is a DH in this one. He'll bat fourth for Kansas City. Casey Gillespie will be at first base batting fifth. Tristan Burks batting in the sixth spot in center. Connor Willis will bat seventh. He'll be in left field. Will Kinger over at third base batting eighth and batting ninth. Daniel Wazinger is the catcher for Joe Capietra's club. Morgan McCullough, Ryan Grotjohn, Darnell Sweeney, Gabby Guerrero, Casey Gillespie, Tristan Burks, Connor Willis, Will Kinger, and Daniel Wazinger for Kansas City Monarchs at 40 up and 22 down. First place in the South Division of the American Association. That you all pretty much call up here. Abdallah Aris, starter from Venezuela, Aurora, Venezuela. Was most recently in Venezuela in Margarita. Also former Phillies farmhand. Spent some time with the Phillies organization 15 through 19. So this guy he's got some time in affiliated ranks. So this is probably, of all the starters the Monarchs have faced from the Apollo Arsenal, this guy may bring the best stuff and best experience. He was just added today. 5'11", 175-pound left-hander. So lefty-lefty matchup. Their defense to follow. First one to McCullough is low for the ball. 1-0. Bill Selby over at third. John West at first. Other coach is Frank White. Pitching coach Mike Hinneman. Joe Capietra the top step. Leaning over from there. Here's the 1-0. McCullough takes it on the outside corner, called strike. Jeff Head, balls and strikes. Dustin Ragsdale at first base. David Sabal over at third for the American Association. Monarchs hometown pinstripes here in this one. Ground ball rolled over to second. Right there, no trouble for the second baseman fielding in Jordan Potnius, and he'll throw to first base to retire McCullough 4-3, and there's one away in this bottom of the first inning. There's Ryan Grotjohn. Just rolling right along here, getting all set up. Warm went 97 degrees at first pitch at 5:04 Central Daylight Time. Breeze has shifted out of the west. The breaking ball a bit high, 1-0, lefty-lefty matchup. Last hour out of KCI, it was 4 miles an hour blowing left to right. Old Glory, and the Monarchs flag, the association flag, and the state and county flags all fluttering in the wind, with Old Glory high atop all of them as it's at the knees, a called strike. Even up here, 1-1 to Grotjohn. Just rolling here. Here's the 1-1 offering. Pitch number 6 of the ball game. Popped up the chimney on the right side. Shading the eyes will be Potnius, the second baseman in that high sky. Makes the play out number 2 here in this first inning. So 2 down. Ballpark 328 in right. 409 in right center. 396, 411, and 300. That mini monster starts at 352, going 14.8 feet up to just shy of 18 at 17.9. And bullpens are in left center, and the power alley side by side. The Midwest 40, there's visitors pin is in due left. Video boards in right, batter's eye in center, 3 stories tall out there with the green grass. As Sweeney will swing and wave 1-1. Darnell's 10-game ride came to a halt in game 1 of this one, but he's still in a good groove coming in. 3:56 to start the day in his last 11 ball games. A little bit inside for the ball, 1-1. At 277 now for Sweeney. Those Monarchs pinstripes, the Monarchs across the front, the blood red numbers in the back. Wearing the blue socks today in stirrups. Low for the ball, 2-2, 2-1, pardon me. They're wearing the Navy caps, interblocking KC. They wore those 1947 throwbacks in game 1. 2 down, first inning, scoreless. 2-1, swinging a wave, 2-2, and pull the string there. Abdallah Arias. His professional career in 15 in Venezuela with the Phillies organization's rookie team down there. Just inside with it. Time of Dominican in 16. Then played in Dominican in 17, then played domestically here in 2018 in Williamsport. 3-2 payoff. Fouled away. That should reach. Yep, it will. It'll be in row 3 down there, actually off the netting. Now, number-wise, minor league seasons 5, a 9-9 record of 2.64. Left-hander 3-2 payoff, wind and deal. Inside, he walking ball 4, so Sweeney aboard. Gabby Guerrero will step in.
Now batting the city line cleanup spot, the designated hitter, number 15, Gabby Guerrero.
And Guerrero will step in. 317, drove his 55th run in game 1 today. 11 long balls. Sweeney leads at first. Darnell always a threat to go. He's got 18 bags, and at the knees are called strike 0-1. As the Monarchs leading base stealer, and Darnell in the association 6th in thievery of 2nd or 3rd. 1-2. Here's one fouled away. Yep, that'll be out of play. That'll be down to the terrace. And gentleman keeps getting up. He doesn't realize the net's there. That's the second time that youngster got up with his glove on, thinking, I've got a souvenir easily, right? He's thinking that. Not so fast, my friend. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner first, Sweeney, scoreless in this first inning. Another early start. We're the only game going right now. 0-2. Hammered foul again. That one will clip the top of the net and get over. And there, the young man was down in row 1. Now got to sprint all the way up. He's motoring. And will he get it? No, somebody else did. Dadgummit, sir. He thought he had 2, and he thought he had a 3rd, poor guy. Keep at it, young man. You'll be fine. 0-2. Guerrero hits one out toward right center field over, though, and Takas will make the play reaching up. There's out number 3. Monarchs got a runner aboard the walk, left aboard. 3-1 in Kansas City. Monarchs and the Apollos were scoreless on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Where was she? How was Bubs? Is he out huffing and puffing around the neighborhood?
Well, I walked him before he came back. I had to stay in the shade. The dog park is all in the shade. He got all this food out. And he's back with them. They're going to be kicking it. Probably on the bed. Living the life.
Leading off the second for the use of the Apollos, the right fielder, 28, Takas.
Ryan Newell misses the first pitch of the inning. A second offering to Aaron Tagas is at the outside corner. Cut the back door there. It's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Here's one fouled away left side on a play over the head of Dave Peterson, who was our guest on the expanded round number 2 top step. Filling in for Joe in game 2. Joe did game 1, obviously, but there was no reason for Joe to do 2 games a day. And that was great to put Dave on. He was very good. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to first. Gillespie's there. He'll scoop, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a 6 long stride. He'll do it right there at first base. There's out number 1. Newell this year, a 5.27, 10th appearance. It's his second start. His other one was a spot start, much like this. 13 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 10 walks, 15 strikeouts, league batting .235. Against Ryan Newell, as Alvaro Gonzalez will step in for the right side. Takes it at the knees. A called strike, 1-1. Monarchs won game 1, 12-1. Here's the 0-1. Just inside with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun is out. There are no shadows except from the grandstand on the left side in foul territory, but everybody else is out there basking in the glow. Joe Campiano's got a towel on his head. 1-1, grounded foul. Look out their dugout, third base side. Of the 2 dugouts right now, that'd be the warmer one because, even though the sun, you're not facing it, well, it's kind of coming over the top on you. There's more shadows on their side. Deal above the shoulders of the swing with the wheel, the deal. Here's the 1-2. Popped over our heads to the right. Now Newell starts up high and kind of holds it there almost in kind of a statuesque pose above the head. Then he brings it down and comes into his wheel and deal. And holds it up high. Glove above the shoulders. Nods yes to the Wazinger sign. The 1-2. Swing and a wave. See you later. Out number 2. 2 down. The batter will be Yaller Peguero, one of the more experienced players for Houston. So 2 down. Henry Newell, wine and deal. Here's the pitch to Peguero and your Kansas International Airport inning. There's a bouncer foul right side that'll go down the line and out of play. Yosemel Nariano coaching first in this one. No balls, a strike. Sweeney wouldn't track that down and no balls, a strike. 2 down. There's the 0-1. All the way through for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Missed the news, the pregame. Of course, the Monarchs already today have added Gunnar Groen, who was pitched in game 1. The Monarchs also announcing between games, there's the 1-1. Sinking low for the ball, 2-1. Kansas City has also added another arm, and this one is a pretty impressive arm in the form of Kevia Sampson. So Kevia Sampson is coming our way. Here's a 2-1. Hit out toward left. Will is over. There he is, 5 steps to his right, makes the play, reaching up, and there's out number 3. And the final piece of news today, congratulations to Akeem Bostic. He'll make his major league debut tonight for the Mets. He was slated to start for AAA Norfolk there at Syracuse tonight. He has been summoned to the big leagues. Congratulations. He'll become the first Kansas City Monarch under this brand to go to the big leagues. Congratulations to the South Carolina man, Akeem Bostic. We're through 1.5 at your Kansas International Airport inning. Timeout time with the Monarchs Broadcast Network. He was in spring training. He was going to be split to start. Game 2.
Yeah, and he got picked up right away.
No, he was here in spring training. He pitched at least 1 game, 2 games in spring training. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Future generations. More information at LPM.com. Like I said lately, but the Negro Leagues and Los Hendricks have a wonderful historical podcast. If you're into, you like baseball, clearly you do. You're here to say today. And if you enjoy history, the Black Diamonds podcast, produced by Sirius XM Satellite Radio and the Negro League Baseball Museum, is an incredible look into the history of the players, the men and the women, who shaped the Negro Leagues. And what we have now is the Major Leagues with some of our social ratings as well. So that's available for anyone on any podcast platform you have. You have to be Sirius XM subscriber, Black Diamonds podcast. Check it out. You will like it. Now back for the Monarchs, the first baseman, number 32, Jesse Gillespie.
Al, Nick had a good game in game 1, a 12-1 winner for Trebieso as we go to the top, about the second inning. In the KCI Airport inning is low for a ball to Casey Gillespie. Second offering from Arias is inside 2-0. Second inning is brought to you exclusively by Kansas City International Airport. Kansas City International staying ready to get you to your destination as it missed away 3-0. See if you're good to go at flykci.com/ready. 3-ball, no strike count to Gillespie here. Pitch at the knees, a called strike, 3-1. Scoreless in the second. From the right side, Gillespie. Here's the 3-1. Foul back, 3-2, run him full. Right-hander battles back to turn the count to payout pitch due. This second inning, only playing 7. Middle plays for 2. Burks hits it off toward shallow right, coming in and diving, not going to make a play. Kind of lunging more or less, Takas, and that's a big little soft flare for Burks. Drops it in between Takas and the second baseman Pontus there. And first and second, Monarchs have their first hit. There's Connell Willis. They got Gonzalez, Danzero, Takas in the outfield. Getz go at third, Peguero at short, Pontus in second, Zittenhorst is at first, and then Hudson Bilodeau. Of course, if you heard Dave Peterson, he talked about some of the guys he's familiar with. You heard a couple of those names. Colin steps in for that left side. Red shin guard in his right lead leg with that bat pointing out toward the mound, and he's ready. First and second. Swinging away, 0-1. No balls, a strike. Looking down there, and Joe Capenter's got this. It's not. I don't think it's a thin towel. It might even have water on it. It draped over his head. It's bluish. 0-1. Here's one high out to one right. Down the line. If it's fair, it's out here. That is going to hook foul. A bid for the T-Mobile home run hill, but it hooks, and hooks foul, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. So left-hander takes the cap off. He looks out to the outfield and will step on and be ready again. 0-2 count. First and second. Lead for Burks at first and Gillespie at second. Almost edge of that dirt cutout on the grass infield. There's the 0-2. Here's one line to right. That's a base hit. That should score Gillespie. He will round third. He will come around. Racing with third is Burks. They will put the stop sign on, but Burks ran right by it. He'll be caught, and he'll come home, and he will be out the plate. He got stopped in the middle between third of the plate, rather. But the run does score. It's an RBI on to second going Willis. Yeah, Burks ran by the Bill Sobey sign. And then he put the Jets on, trying to race home, and they do get him by Strider, so maybe by a pant leg. So Kansas City has a 1-0 lead here, but I don't think that Charcer saw Bill Sobey. I know he didn't because he ran right by him, and then Burks realized he went about a third of the way, then put the brakes on and froze for a moment. The relay throw came back in from Pontus. So Tagas Pontus to Bilodeau, who does get him. Joe's coming out here. I'm not sure what Joe's talking about here, but not sure exactly what the story is, but I don't really see what anything was amiss there, but unless Joe was concerned about the play at the plate, thinking Joe may have got in, unless he thought he got in there. I thought just the naked eye.
The third baseman, number 8, Will Dexter.
Well, maybe it was closer than I thought it was. Okay, well, maybe that angle a little closer. I just can't really tell where the plate is because that's a lower shot for the photo well on the third base side. Good shot, but here's a higher shot. I'll look at it here in just a second. First with a Kinger at the knees, they're called strike 1-1. Yeah, the high shot is the one I had a hard time. If they'll show it again, but they were showing it, but the high home shot, a little better angle, but that one just looking like from the third base well, looked like it was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. And actually, from my angle, I thought he got it, but third base angle looked a little closer. And then if I can compare the third base with the high shot, I would have a better idea. 1-1 strike to Kendra. Willis single RBI right there. Goes a second on the throw. 1-0 Kansas City. Here's the 1-1. Foul away left side. Here's the. I thought they were going to show it again. I think I did. I think they keep showing it, and I keep missing it when I'm looking away. Two hits in the inning. RBI moment ago for Willis. Ordered second. 1-2. Down low and away. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. My naked eye, first time, I thought that he was out, but then that third base camera, it's hard to tell where the plate is, but he's definitely coming to a stop right as that tag was coming around. I reserve the right to change my mind, sir. 2-2. It's away for the ball, 3-2. Grab the early lead.
The catcher, number 12, Daniel Wassinger.
Wassinger will step in to the right side. Daniel switch hitter, 250. 3 RBIs, had one big one against the Winnipegs to tie the game up on Saturday against Jose. But at third, 2 down, 34th pitch for Aris. At the knees, are called strike, 1-1. Tanner deals runner third. Inside missing here. In the third, Monarchs, or probably the second rather, Monarchs grab the lead. And the 1-0 offering. Ground ball up the middle. Will it get on through? A little humpbacker. Yeah, it does. Under the glove of Pontus in the shallow center. That just got under Aris's glove, the left-hander, and just kind of backspin on through the middle there, and just under Pontus's glove. The Monarchs have a 2-0 lead. Daniel Wassinger drives that run home to third. Monarchs 2 and Houston 0. Wassinger gets the runner home from third with 2 down. At the top of the card we go is Morgan McCullough will step in. They'll charge out an error, I do believe. So that one was under the glove of Aris. By the bag, Peguero, the shortstop, couldn't get there, but Pontus is kind of trying to backhand it behind the bag, and it kind of had that spin on it that got on through. At the knees, they're called strike, 1-1. Home cooking, but I would say that's a hit. But here's the 1-1 down low and away, 2-1. Of course, you got to remember, and you may not, and folks may not remember. Remember when Daniel got hurt in Cleburne and was legging out an infield single. Remember, he laid down an infield single in a Monarchs game over there in Cleburne. A Saturday night win down there, 2-1. Swinging a wave, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. It's 2-0. So lefty-lefty matchup as McCullough steps in. Lead it first for Wassinger. Pitch. Foul back. Got jammed a bit. And it stays at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCullough been in a good group as well. 433 his last 11 ball games. Pair of hits in game 1. 2 for 3 on a walk. Reached base 3 times. Foul back, and it's out of play. Bounced to second his first time. We'll stay at 2-2. Blue skies above, back toward KCMO. There are some headers, and those cloud bursts in the afternoon on a warm summer's Wednesday. Above us, nothing but blue skies and heat shining on us. 2-2. High and away, 3-2. Told Morgan's crew today when they were between ball games, I was upset because the brownies were all confiscated in the Legends Club. Got our between game snacks. The brownies were all gone, and I was not happy. They heard I was coming, so they all put them in their pockets, probably. Probably doing me a favor, but 3-2 payoff. Hit out towards center. Coming in, still coming is Danzero. He'll get under, make the play, but that'll be out number 3. Monarchs grab 2 runs. My point was, when this one's done, a large picture, I'm going to put my face in it. I may not be married by midnight, but that's the plan. Hopefully I keep her around, but that's the plan. Quick timeout, Monarchs 2-0 as we salute our troops, past and current, our veterans here at the ballpark. Thank you for all you do. Quick timeout, Monarchs baseball continues. On the third we go on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Yeah. I'm all right now. It's warm now. It wasn't earlier. I'd eat after, but nothing will be open. I mean, everything closes up here at like 6. Small town, but oh, 8-ish. 8-ish. It was like 5 around here. What? You said what? You can wait. You have to eat right now? There might be some sandwiches at Legends Club still. There's a whole spread of them down there. It's not going down there. We just dine for snacks.
Now back to the Houston Apollos. The first baseman with 51, Taylor Zuckerhorse.
On the third we go here at Legends Field in Kansas City, and Ryan Newell still works here. Monarchs 2-0 lead. Taylor Zintenhorst, Ian Yetzko, and Brian Danzero here for the Houston Apollos. Monarchs with a couple of hits. They have the one error. Here's the right-hander's deal. And it's Anthony as a call strike. 1-1 at 91 of the gun. Monarchs the early. It's one of the rare days where we'll have 2 games in the books for anybody else start. Well, not all of them. It's high and away for the ball, 1-1. We ought to be done when everybody else is still playing, is what I'm saying. I mean, next game, around the games begin in the next 45 minutes. Here's the 1-1. Outside corner called strike, 1-2. And you've got your 7 o'clock window, too. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 game, 12-1. Newell wheels, deals the 1-2. High and away, 2-2. Two ball, 2 strike count. Here's the pitch from Newell. Swinging away. That got away from Wazinger, but a chance at first. Let's see. Yep, throw to first, not in time. Gillespie just kind of has to come off the bag and make sure it doesn't go out into shallow right field and drop third strike. And Zittenhorst will be aboard here. Get a credit for a strikeout. Second for Newell, but a wild pitch there. So running first, tying run batting here in the form of Ian Yetzko. Middle plays for 2. Yetzko even 200. 5 homers, 20 driven in. There's the pitch. A little high, 1-0. Now, the first ball game today was the one, well, it was the kids' makeup day, but the camp day. 1-0. Blowing away, got away and racing for second. Zittenhorst has second, so no double turn here. Check that scoring there. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. At the knees, a called strike, 1-1. Yep, pass ball, and back-to-back nights of pass balls, and I know for a fact we haven't had that happen back-to-back nights, and then pitch swinging away, 2-2. Wazinger's first, and that's the team's fourth pass ball. Newell's 2-2. Swinging a bouncer behind the plate foul and spinning back to the on-deck circle. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Newell at first base side of the rubber, comes set. 2-2. Swinging away, got him. See you later. That's some back-to-back strikeouts. 3 in the game, but runner at second of the inning. Brian Danzero will step in. In a batter, runner at second, 2-0 Kansas City in the third inning. Who looks to second. Wazinger sets up away. Here's the pitch swinging away, 0-1. Works at 0-1. Pitch it out towards shallow center, going out, and the backpedaling will be Grotjohn at second base. He goes out about a third of the way out in shallow center. May have broke the bat as well, as Danzero is out number 2.
Now, the second baseman, number 2, Jordan Pontius.
There's Jordan Pontius, who popped out the second, or to behind the plate, rather. Wazinger did a nice sliding play to start the ball game. Runner at second, 2-0 Monarchs. And Newell deals. Inside missing 1-0. Something from Wazinger, right-handed batter. Pontius on that lumber above the shoulder. Wazinger sets up away. Here's the pitch. Swinging away, 1-1. Same 2 teams tomorrow. Then we will welcome Chicago over the weekend, and that will be very interesting. We've not seen them yet. We will have seen everybody in the north, but at some point. Here's the 1-1. Here's one line to left. That's going to be getting down for a base hit. That will score a run. Rounding third as he races for second. Pontius is in there. It's 2-1. Houston on the board here. Did not get the shutdown inning. That drop third strike is a killer there. And RBI for Pontius there, and bringing home Zittenhorst from second. Really kind of in and out, and he was really riding that down on the trademark and really got his hands extended. So 2-1 ball game. Blake Berry will step in, grounded the first time. Lieutenant batter waits, takes it inside 1-0. Yeah, Monarchs have not seen, well, we saw Fargo early on. So seeing them next week, they're going to be a lot different. We're going to be a lot different. Not seen Chicago yet. Here's the 1-0. Low for the ball, 2-0. Against the North, you're done with Gary, but you got to still go to King County, host Chicago, host Milwaukee, visit Fargo in that North Division. You just finished up with Winnipeg. Missed that trip to Canada by 1 week. It was 2-0. Hideaway, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. 3-0. At the knees. Called strike, 3-1. Some Bilodeau. I've got. Thank you, though. 3 balls, 1 strike. New looks to second. It's a tying run there. It's 3-1. Outside corner, calling strike, and Barry thought he had a bag, and he was trying to take a walk to first and was going to toss the bat aside. Realizes, nope. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, payoff due. Bullpen starting to stretch out there. 42nd pitch for Newell. Here's the pitch. Swinging a roller, foul. Yep, first base side with a bat boy work there. It's a 3-2 payoff. Pitch coming on. Well, there's ball 4. So it does finally lose Barry.
To the plate, catcher 39, Hudson Bilodeau.
Catcher Hudson Bilodeau will step hit. Right to the bat. Pitch coming on. At the knees, called strike, 1-1. Oh, 1. Inside missing 1-1. First and second. 2-1 Kansas City. One pitch. Bouncer first base, but foul. Gillespie throws his glove at it, but it's about 3 or 4 feet foul. Ball got away momentarily down that right side. And they'll throw it up over to Gillespie does up on the kiddos. Or the one youngster earlier, he might get him one now or not. Yeah, he won't. Oh, he did. Okay. One kid ran by it. That's why. First and second, the ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2-1 Casey in the third. Pitch coming on. Rolled it foul again. The bullpen's up for Kansas City, I believe. Let's see here. It's kind of tough. Yeah, someone's standing in the way. Move. Pitch coming on. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two count, first and second. Pitch bouncer toward the right side. Gillespie's there. He'll wait for Newell to get there. He does. And on that second soft bounce, Casey Fields and forces out Bilodeau 3-1. Pitch recovery. They grab a run, though, coming in the inning on the hit. Left a pair. We're through 2.5. Kansas City 2 and Houston 1. Quick timeout. You're tuned to the Monarchs Broadcast Network.
40 different tacos, 50 different margaritas.
Jeez, you get tired. Tired.
Sure.
Hot and tired. Just. Not gonna throw in my coffee. I'll drink all that damn coffee. I'll be fat.
Visit KC Tacos and Tequila.com for more information or to purchase your tickets today. That's Chihuahua.
Well down there. Go okay down there?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
What's going on down here, folks? Feels nice down here. Feels a little frosty down here. Nathan turned the air down, didn't he? It feels good. Like 800 degrees down here.
Drinking coffee, I'm drinking tea. You were over good.
Bottom third inning, it's 2-1. We check your Midwest Ford dealer's out-of-town scoreboard. Nothing on the scoreboard, but he's here, folks. He was not present during game one. He was here, but not here in the booth. He was around, but he was down the hallway scheming something up. I'm not sure what he was doing, but what were you doing in game one?
Game one, I had a healthy load of the scoreboard.
How was that working out for you?
Just making sure everything's running smooth. Balls and strikes are always up to date.
Got that down to a science, do you?
Most of the time, there's some slip-ups here and there, but most of the time we got a pretty good
Like when the umpire holds up the count, does that always get your attention?
Yeah, that's always kind of an embarrassing time.
Jackson Webb, folks, here he is. What do you got, sir?
Well, I talked to Jack, my coworker down there, and he told me that he was telling everybody who's playing who earlier. So I'll just kind of give the same. Nobody's started yet.
Yeah, we're the only game in town like 3 times this week.
Yeah, so Sioux Falls and Milwaukee will continue their series tonight. That one's in Milwaukee. Lincoln is on the road at Fargo-Moorhead. Kane County is at Chicago, playing the Chicago Dogs. Winnipeg is on the road at Sioux City.
Gotcha. The Royals have anything going on tonight? All right. Did you match up there? Anything exciting?
Nothing exciting with that, honestly. I know Rose fans are pretty sour after last night's late inning performance.
Well, it could be worse. I know it's hard to imagine, but it could be. Pitch low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. How about Akeem Bostic, sir?
I'm very pleased with that. I'm very excited. It's really always awesome when you get to see guys that came through Kansas City, make it to where they want to be. And Akeem Bostic was awesome, even though we only saw just a little snippet.
A couple of snippets of him, but I'd seen him before, though. And pitch low for a ball, 2-0 to Goat John. I'd seen him. Of course, he was here in the 19th season, late in the year. 2-0. Missed away 3-0. He'll forever be linked. He and Jose Mesa Jr., who's with the Marlins organization now, in 19, they both started 2 doubleheaders in 10 days. And they were back-to-back It was, I believe it was like Bostic and Mason was the actually had the order they went in. 3-0. Ball 4, he walked him on 4 straight. And that was in a stretch where the Monarchs won 14 ball games, and they won a doubleheader here and down in Grand Prairie against the Texas Air Hogs. But anytime you win 2, and those 2 guys started back to back and really were huge, especially Boston. He was huge. He won, I believe, 4 straight down the stretch for Kansas City. So he has a lot of fond memories the last time we were in actual real baseball.
Yeah, it's super exciting to see him get the call. That is awesome.
Sweeney will step in as turn over from the right side. By the way, foul back, Owen Wood. Heard you guys, your fine work with Morgan today on the dugout report, which I went and missed the first 2 pitches because I was like, that extra minute was riveting. I want to hear it all. It was good stuff. And
she had lots of good stuff to say, and she's been in the business for a long time. And Dan, as you know, she works very, very hard every day whenever she comes here, and she has a true passion for it.
Morgan? Nah, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything around here. Morgan does nothing around here. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. You're exactly right. And most of the time, people don't know this. I've said it a little bit, and I don't always probably acknowledge her in the post game. It's when he takes it away 2-1. But oftentimes, along with you guys and gals who are listening in on the road, she's also tuned into the road almost, I would say, 7 games a week or 7 days a week. She's probably tuned into 6 of them, if not all of them. So she's always dialed in, even when we're on the road. So runner at first is Grote John. Here's the 2-1. Low for the ball, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. We were a little concerned, though, because we didn't know the call might come for you, perhaps to forego your amateur status and be an opponent. We were a little worried about that between games, but it didn't happen.
No, me and their manager have came to terms that now is not the right time. And, if we want to, maybe down the road, but I have to improve my talents just a little bit.
All right, 3-1. Swinging a wave, 3-2. Well, I'm looking forward to watching some Fort Hays baseball.
Yes. It'll also, I think we'll have a few more wins on our schedule this year now that we don't have to face the powerful Washburn righty that we now have.
Oh, Brock Gilliam, yeah. Did he? I asked you this the other night, but I don't know if I asked you this part of it. Here's the 3-2 to Sweeney. Swinging a wave, got him. Up the ladder he goes. There's out number 1. Did he remember facing you, or did he kind of look at you and go, do you remember?
So, Jake Hendricks.
Now standing with a designated number 15, Henry Guerrero.
Broke the news to Brock Gilliam that he did not strike me out.
Well, I told him that you faced him, that you were kind of upset because he was a rival, but I didn't say more than that.
Yep. So he's the career record holder for strikeouts, but I did not fall victim to one of those strikeouts.
That's right. You rolled it up the middle, didn't you?
I did.
Like a 19 hopper or something.
Yeah. And the shortstop and second baseman just kind of looked at it and laughed and said, "Hey, we're up 8-2. I'll let it go by."
Because the first one to Guerrero's high. I want to know. Hey, that's a hit, sir.
Yeah, a hit is a hit.
A hit is a hit. 19 hopper or 1 hopper. It doesn't matter. Or a linea. As we can sure use a La Linea right here is on the outside corner called strike 2-1. Well, but and seriously though, he's got something, I think. I mean, he's aggressive, throwing strikes. I mean, he's never at this level, but caution the wind, throw strikes, good things happen, right?
Yeah, there's no way that you can't go, set 2 records at a respectable Division II school without being aggressive and pounding the strike zone, and he did just that. He honestly laid probably 2 right down the middle, 91, 92 right by me, and then tried to fiddle around a little bit, and when I caught him slipping. But if he was playing his game, he would have struck me out on 3 pitches.
Guerrero swinging a wave there. Here's the 1-2. Here's one line to center. That's a base hit. They'll be in first and second. Grote John will hold right there. He thought about 2 or third rather, but to hold right there. Oh, have you seen the game notes? They're very colorful. I mean, they're like all red ink now. Have you seen the back pages though? It's like a collage. Very good work, folks. All right, well, I'll see you. I guess we'll have something perhaps in the 6th, maybe. All right. Well, give me a Boston update if he's I'm assuming he's starting, so find out. All right. Thank you, sir. That's Jackson Webb, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. He and Jack have their own sponsor. The J&J Double Play are sponsored by Midwest Ford dealers. is a time is called by the catcher, Hudson Bilodeau. Yeah, Jackson, a good guy, and he plays there at Fort Hays. Of course, all the youngsters. I wish it'd be kind of fun to get them all in the air, like rotate them through here, but I would probably I'd not be their favorite boss by then. Low for the ball. They'd all be wanting to work in tickets if I did that to them. Next thing I know, they're all down working for Nick and tickets, hating my guts. I couldn't have that, but put Caitlin and Emerson on, and throw Jason on there, and Nathan. But those two represent all of them, so that's all good. Here's the 1-0. Gillespie takes a breaker at the knees. They're called strike 101. Yeah, it's funny because I told Brock Gilliam we were in Tennessee. I said, well, we got a guy on our staff who I work with, who works for us, that's plays at Fort Hays. He was saying y'all are big rivals and booing the fact we signed, not kind of mocking, jokingly, line fouled early for Gillespie out of play. And then a couple days later, Brock meets his former nemesis and now, well, not teammate, I guess would be brandmate. I guess we're teammates. I mean, you work for the team, so yeah. Organization mate, because it was all organization. The organization of the team, the organization, the staff, whatever. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, first and second. 2-1 Monarchs, third inning. Gillespie checked it, got jammed a bit. He rolls it behind the plate, and it's stayed at 1-2. Guerrero at first, Grosjean at second. Gabby's having fun out there as they play behind him at first base. Alfred straightaway. They don't play any shift on Gillespie here. Left-hander Abdullah Aris. 2-2. Inside 3. Oh, boy. They just rung him up. It looked like that hit was going to hit him there. They rung him up right there, Jeff. I mean, I'm saying inside because Casey's moving off the plate. In the books backwards there, but you watch Gillespie's reaction. That thing rolls up around his buckle and he hits him, and he gets out of the way of it, and he's rung up there. So it'll be Birch for 2 down. Charcer singled back in the second. Ran through Bill Sobey's side at third, was retired at the plate, 9-4-2. One Monarchs here. Just from low for the ball, 1-0. Yeah, how could they forget Jackson? Yeah, Brock Gilliam. Surely you remember Jackson. 1 ball, no strikes, first and second. 1-0. Hideaway, 2-0. Good count for Burks here. And you look down, you go, well, especially to my right, there's like no one here, but the problem, that's where the sun is. In the grandstand, there's no one sitting behind the Monarchs side of the ballpark on that first base side. They're all in the shade, like the last 2 rows of the shade is. 2-0. Hit out toward left field. Drifting back is Gonzalez at the track. He will reach up, not get there to bounce. 1 run is home. Rounding third is another. There's a relay throw coming up. It's not in time as it's cut off. And now they got run down for Bergstrom first and third now, or second and third now, rather. Keep getting my bases mixed up with Charcer when he's on him. And he will get back and be tagged back towards second base. But they grabbed 2 more runs, though. RBIs for Charcer Burks on a double and split. Gonzalez and Danzero. Danzero wasn't going to get there, but Gonzalez just beyond him and bouncing off the track, and the Monarchs grab 2 more. Kansas City gets 2 runs in the inning on the pair of hits. No one left. We're through 3. Monarchs 4 and Houston 1. Monarchs baseball continues. And the Kansas City Monarchs broadcast network.
And Steven. And nothing else, just like entertainment, they're eating Carolina Reaper peppers. Where have you seen one of them? I've walked by a Carolina Reaper and slept for about an hour. I can imagine ingesting it. That takes place tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now on the mound for the Monarchs, the right-hander, 6'6", number 35, Justin Catella.
6'6", 236 right-hander Justin Donatello will take over from Saugus, California. Former Diamondback farmhand will work here in this fourth inning facing Aaron Takis, followed by Alvaro Gonzalez and Yeller Peguero. 4-1 Monarchs here in this fourth inning. Donatello at 6.43, seventh appearance, 7 innings. Thank you, sir. 7 hits, 5 earned, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. First one is low for the ball. Want to know, Newell, I got with 3 innings, a hit, a run. It was unearned. That's right, because it was a drop third strike, right? Pass ball, 1 and 3. 51 pitches, 36 strikes, pitch low, 2-0. 4 runs on 4 hits for Kansas City, 1 run on 1 hit for the Apollos. 2-0. Line to right. Guerrero is there. Actually, Sweeney is there, rather. Darnell, 3 strides to his right, makes the play out number 1 away. On this date in Monarchs history, 1949, July 28th, the New York Yankees signed 2 Monarchs. Yankees signed outfitter Bob Thurman and catcher Mickey Taborn. Both were sent to AAA Newark of the International League. I talked about this in Game 1, that of the 2, neither ever played with the Yankees, although when Bob Thurman made his debut in 1955 with the Cincinnati Reds, it was the same day that Elston Turner became the first black player to play for the New York Yankees in 1955. So it was some 6 years later. The Yankees had the color barrier knocked down in the big leagues, the New York Yankees organization, but those 2 AAA guys in the National League, Thurman would become a legend in Cincinnati in those 50s teams, pitch hitting, and it's a 1-1 count to Gonzalez. On the outside corner, called strike 1 and 2. And Thurman was playing down in Puerto Rico because the Cubs finally let him out of his contract. He was a free agent basically because they didn't offer him a contract. There's a 1-2. Swing it away, see you later. And there's out number 2. And that's a day when you didn't have free agents is basically if you found a guy, he was a free agent and he was never a free agent again. But the rare case, in this case, not offered a contract, played in Puerto Rico, was a huge player down in the winter ball down there. And Thurman going to play for the Yankees in 1955. I'm sorry, with the Reds in 1955. His debut on April 14th was the same day that the Yankees had their first black player, which I thought was very interesting considering he was signed off the Monarchs roster in 1949, but neither him nor Mickey Taborn ever made the big leagues with the Yankees. Peguero walked his first time. As a matter of fact, Taborn, a good catcher, would go back to the Monarchs and finish his career partially there. Away for the ball, want to know. He was a legend in Mexico. And Thompson is, Thurman's a member of the Puerto Rican Baseball Hall of Fame. I think Taborn is 2 of the Mexican League, but Donatello with that slightly pigeon stone delivery. It's 1-0. It's foul back, and it's 1-1. 4-1 Kansas City. We are just about a quarter after the 6 o'clock hour Central Daylight Time. 2 balls a strike. Monarchs grab 2 in the second, 2 in the third. 1-1. Ground ball to first. Gillespie's there. He'll spin. He'll wait for Donatello to get there, and his 6'6" frame is there, and he's over to cover, and it's 3-1 pitcher covering. A 1-2-3 inning for Justin Donatello. We're through 3.5. Kansas City 4 and Houston 1. Timeout time on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Where with the camera, babe?
All right, thanks so much. Nate, that's great. Camera legends. Last week, we're doing that. We got our great sessions down here.
Yes. You've asked for that 5 minutes ago. I said yes.
Get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. There we go.
Those bucket. I love those Kansas City bucket ads.
There we go. Give up our contestants, guys. I'm telling you,
Well, series continues tomorrow night on monarchsbaseball.com. You can grab those tickets. We'd love to have you out, and you can come and see us and catch the Monarchs and the Apollos final game of the series. We've got a big art extravaganza tomorrow night out in the center field tents, and then we'll roll to the weekend with Chicago. Glad you're along. Dan Vaughn with you on AABaseball.tv. Been a long day today. If you caught us earlier, we're glad you stopped back by. And for $12.99 per month, you too can catch all the home and away video action of your Monarchs and every other team in the association. So probably a good chance, because we're the only game in town earlier today, and probably early start here, that a lot of folks tuning in. So hello to our American Association brethren around this great land of ours and our neighbors in Canada.
Now batting for Kansas City, left fielder number 7, Colin Willis.
Colin Willis to start things off. Kindred, then Wazinger, and then 4-1 lead. Monarchs on top. Abdullah Arias still works, the left-hander out of Venezuela. Former Phillies farmhand, winds and deals to Willis. Takes to the outside corner, called strike 1-1. Shadows now creep across the left side, where the most shadowy part of the ballpark, where Bill Sobey stands. John West is out in the sun getting a tan. Here's the 1-0. At the knees, called strike 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Colin. Single RBI in the second. Keep saying it about him, but he is steady as they go, as it's low 2-1. Not that he's gone every day with the hit, but he's pretty consistently, and if you look at his day-to-day numbers, if it was a graph of some sort, 2-2 hit out towards center. Coming in, though, is Danzer will play it shoulder high, and there's out number 1. If you're going to watch Colin Willis, and it was, let's say his day-to-day was a linear graph, it'd be very consistent. It wouldn't be a lot of peak. He's not a lot of peaks, not a lot of lows. He's very much across the board. Steady as they go, Willis just does over and over again. As it'll be Kindred now. Flew to center his first time. Swinging a wave 1-1. Willis, 8 RBIs in the last 3 ball games, and came in with those 16 hits. It was 18 hits, which 9 of which are doubles. The 3 are home runs. It's low for the ball, 2-1. So no 2 association pitchers. Kinger is an extra base hit machine. 1 ball, 1 strike. 72nd pitch for Arias here. He winds and deals the 2-1. Bouncer toward the bag at second, ranging over. Got just under the glove of Pontius in center. And there's a single. Kinger's like, wait, what are you talking about? I get singles too. So Kinger aboard with the Monarchs' 5th tally in the hit department. Kinger had 15 hits coming into today. Probably 16 hits coming in today. He had 9 doubles, 3 home runs. So 12 of his 16 hits, only 4 were singles. Make that 5 now, and we will lead at first base. 2 stolen bases. Wasinger will foul it away left side, out of play, and behind Bill Sobey. With Monarchs. Right side, Wasinger. Takes another outside corner called strike on Wood. Back and it's 0-2. I was going to pull up. So I had for you the other night, and it's about Will. He's got 59 stolen bases in his 2 minor league seasons, and fouled back again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He stole 22 in Somerset in 19, 17 in Traverse City in 18. So a 39 base total over 2 years back to back. Here's the 1-2. Grounded foul by Bill Sobey at third. He'll let it go down the line a bit. Bill's like, I don't want to field it. There you go, kiddo. Bill would say. You get on that bus with the team, and you get on. Your first person you see as you come up that steps is Casey Strong, our driver, and you turn. As you turn and you're turning to your left, second smiling face you see is the one and only Bill Sobey. And then Joe Capietra across the aisle is the 1-2. Hit out toward right center field. That's pretty well hit. On the run, at the track, at the wall. That's going to bounce 1 hop into the grassy knoll there. A ground rule double for the 2nd time today. The Monarchs have a grassy knoll double, and the Apollo's going to break there because, again, it's where that ball bounces up in the grass. And in this case, it bounces up. Kinger's not to third yet. He's just getting to third about the time that ball lands in the grass. So you can't advance him around. If that thing gets down and bounces, ricochets around, he scores. So Morgan McConnell, who's 0 for 2, will step in. 4-1 Kansas City. The Apollo's bullpen starts to stretch, and that Midwest Ford Dealers visitors bullpen. BuyFordNow.com today. McConnell swings that down on the shoe tops. Seattle native. First one, a breaking ball at the knees, called strike 1-1. 4-1 Kansas City, 6th hit a moment ago. Wasinger with the double right there. His 3rd 2-sacker. Here's one looped out towards center. That'll drop for a base hit. That'll score 1 run. Wasinger's being waved around. There's a throw coming up. It's cut off. Doesn't matter. He scores standing. An RBI single from Morgan McCullough. RBIs 23 and 24. It's 6-1 Kansas City.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Ryan Grosjean.
And Ryan Grosjean will step in. With a solid single to center, and Monarchs and the lead here. So McCullough leads it first, and Grosjean takes it at the knees. A called strike, and it's 0-1. Single drove it a pair. Swinging away, but it's 0-2. I thought I saw Ryan's dog here earlier. I thought. At least between ball games. I thought I saw his sweet pup between ball games, but I don't remember the dog's name. Dang it. Such a cutie. Here's the pitch, the 0-2. Outside corner, called strike 3 in the books backwards, and that'll be out number 2 as Darnell Sweeney will step in.
The right fielder, number 17, Darnell Sweeney.
Sweeney walked. He's 0 for 1. Pitch high for the ball, 1-0. Shadow now goes across. It's covering the bag at third and covering the plate. Harris is in the sunshine, the entire outfield and the infield, but the catcher, Bilodeau, the batter, Sweeney, and the shadows, they basically parallel that third baseline. 1-0. High for the ball, 2-0. 91 on the gun right there. Their bullpen's up. Perhaps being summoned shortly. We're only playing 7 here. We're in the 4th inning. It's 6-1 Kansas City. The 2 offered. Hit high out toward left field. That's a big drive. At the track, at the wall, at the, yep, it's gone. See you later. Into the Midwest Ford Dealers. Visitors bullpen, towering Darnell Sweeney shot. See you later. And Sweeney will touch them all. See you later.
Now back, the designated number 15, Kathy Guerrero.
Sweeney right there, home run number 11, RBIs 39, 40, and 41. Sweeney, it's a towering drive to left into the Midwest Ford Dealers visitors bullpen. See you later, Darnell Sweeney. He will touch them all again, and Darnell in a heck of a groove right now. And Sweeney makes it 8-1 Kansas City as the Monarchs rolling right along here at Legends Field in KC. And we'll use that for a highlight instead of the actual one I called, because the one I called was terrible. Home run was a beaut, but the call was pretty bad. Here's a liner left side. That's a base hit. Past the diving shortstop Aguero. Probably borrowed time here for Harris. That one's a slap shot back to the direction there. And, yeah, here comes Dave Peterson out now to make the call. And he will go to the pin. So a new pitcher will be coming in is our Top Step special edition guest today comes out to make the change. Guerrero with the single. Sweeney with a home run in front of him. A 2-run shot in Kansas City. 8-1 here. That'll be it for Abdullah Harris. Starting strong, but really having a tough time in the 4th inning. New pitcher coming in while he does this timeout. You're tuned to the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Well, that home run call was awful. Gee, Christmas. When I did, that was terrible. Like I've got problems or something. I'm like, I can't even speak. It's terrible. Awful, just freaking awful. You'd think that by now I could speak, but
Sydney listeners.
Obviously, he's responsible for Guerrero still.
What?
I said obviously he's responsible for
Yeah,
Guerrero.
yeah.
So it could be 9 runs. This is the new guy.
Your attention, please, now on the mound for the Apollos, the right-hander, number 52, Jonathan Fleckenstein.
Jonathan Fleckenstein will take over for the Apollos, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. BuyFordNow.com today, the exclusive vehicle of your Monarchs. And the Heiress went 3 2/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned runs, and walked 3, struck out 1, 87 pitches, 52 strikes, 82 or 87, 52. Fleckenstein, new addition, I do believe, for them. Let's double check his numbers here across the byline. He's from LaGrange College, LaGrange, Georgia. It was 5'2" in the back of his jersey. 0-1, swinging a wave, 0-2. 6'5", 250, but really takes that left leg as a right-hander and turns that body more toward third. You see the 5 and part of the 2 if you're the batter. Oh, 0-2 count. There's the pitch. A little high for the ball, 1-2. Catch up with the chat here. RJ from Oz. Hi, all listening in from Sydney, Australia. I hope you're all beautiful, all well and beautiful in KC. There's Kevin also talking about the St. Paul colored Gophers. Yeah, that's good stuff, Kevin. Breaking ball low, 2-2. RJ from Oz and Sydney in New South Wales. I think I've told that story a number of times, how hot it was at the Perth-Sydney game at Blacktown a couple of years ago, and my broadcast partner, Paul Morgan, and I had to turn off our laptops because they got so hot. I swear I saw smoke. I swear I did. 2-2. Here's one high out to right field. That's going to be way out of its fair. At the track, that ball is gone. See you later. Oh, man, oh, man. Way up the T-Mobile home run hill in right field. Above those soccer bleachers, basically the hallway that takes you to the clubhouse. See you later. Oh, man, oh, man. The ball was crushed. That is 10-1 Kansas City. Oh, good grief. That was.
Now, batting, the center fielder, number 18, Charcer Burks.
Charcer Burks. Monarchs double digits again in runs here in game one tonight, or this afternoon, the 12-1 winner. Sunday, July record for wins for the franchise of 20 is a pitch missing low, 1-0. 2-run shot for Gillespie. Monarchs have a 2-home run game. Home runs 82 and 83 as a team. Swinging away for Burks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gillespie RBIs 49 and 50. Homer number 14 currently leads the team there. Sweeney has got 11, Willis 10, and Guerrero 11. 1-1. Swinging a foul tip, 1-2. Brian says he turned off his phone at the start of the first game. And RJ, well, you missed it, Brian. What was hot for the first game? Who was the player that went down walking? Oh, yes, good question. Brian Ellington, apparently on those concrete steps out there by the batter's eye, he had a spike get caught. And what I understand, now this is all not official, but what I'm hearing, he did double over, but it wasn't his leg, it was his backish. It was something around that. It was more that, it more hurt when he fell. Those spikes aren't really made for concrete, as you can well imagine, right? I mean, any kind of spike on concrete, basically you're skating basically on concrete with spikes, right? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Burks. Pitch low for the ball, 2-2. Things to stop. Yeah, I hope you're doing well there in Australia. I spoke to Paul Morgan in Perth last night briefly. 2-2. Line foul out of play. And I talked to some folks in the West via email twice this week, but I do know the lay of the land over there in Australia, and wish you guys safety over there. And but Ellington, apparently, I don't see him out in the bullpen, but it doesn't mean he's not out there. I mean, I don't have to look at the binoculars in a moment. 2-2. Foul back. Just going to look and see. I can't tell. There's several guys kind of huddled in out there under the shade. So and they've got an umbrella out there too. Here's the pitch to Burks. Fouled it back.
I see Linden.
I can't tell who else is out there, but I do believe he's okay. But we'll check your Providence Medical Center health report tomorrow on our broadcast. Of course, Providence Medical Center here in Kansas City, all of our health reports that would fall to that report. 2-2. Ground ball for the bag at second. Scooping is Peguero. Shortstop on to first to get Burks by Shoelace. There's out number 3. Monarchs, they'll grab another big inning. 6 runs come home. Big blast from Gillespie and for Sweeney. We're through 4 complete. Kansas City leads it 10-1. Stay tuned. Monarchs baseball continues on the Monarchs Broadcast Network.
We'll see how it goes. Today, cleaned up and racing for Pickle is running blinders on for Pickle. They're going to race all the way from the starting line to our finish line here. We're going to cut the interns holding on to the intern. That's not elastic, right? It is a breakable piece of. Okay, correct. You don't want to do these on your mark. Get set, go! And that's not what we expected. To be fair and completely honest. Not even a trot, really. Very slow. They get from a turn and now a little bit of jostling as they start to make it a little speedier. They complete line check the wall fly, Custer onto Pickle. Pickle trying to work their way through the crowd. The Pickle slices and dices. It's a throw of fence of ketchup. We're going to have to check out the replay there. We thought Pickle may have it. Our judges initially ruled ketchup win. Pickle place and mustard show, but hold all tickets, please. Hold all tickets. It looks like ketchup took it by a label. Ketchup by a label, that is our chocolate race brought to you by Johnny Camper. You can put pickles, butter, and ketchup on your hamburger. All right, here again, the Chicago Dogs, where you are not allowed to put ketchup.
Thank you, Brian. Of course, that Providence Medical Center health report earlier, I was giving you that brought to you by Expert Care, close to home, Providence Medical Center, and their health report for every ball game. And every time we give you an update, it comes from those folks. It'll be for the Apollos, Zittenhorst, Yetzko, and Danzero. Justin Donatello still works. Monarchs a 10-1 lead. Into the fifth inning we go. Dan Vaughn with you on the Monarchs Broadcast Network, AABaseball.tv, and MixLR. First from the left-handed stick, grounded left side. Kindred diving, great play. Up with a throw, and got him. Oh, man. Big bang, boom. A great diving play at third by Will Kindred. Up with a throw, and Casey the scoop at first base. Will diving to that 5-6-0, that 6-3 frame, diving for it, and he makes the clean play and up with a throw. 6-3 in the books for one away. Good play there. So one down the fifth inning. Oh, your Providence Medical Center. Oh, your Midwest Ford dealers. Trivia question 2 for game 2. Popped out a play over our heads. Andy's saying it was too hot for baseball, but I did that. If I did that, too hot for work as well. And unfortunately, I have to work in this. So either way, in capital letters, it sucks. 0-1 is low, and it's up there on the called strike. 0-2. I cracked myself up there, but attention. 2 balls, 2 strikes. For our friends over in Australia, it's 36 degrees here. 0-2. Low and away for the ball, 1-2. 36 degrees. Yeah, our mates over there, and I know it's different from state to state or province, state to state over there, right? It's not province. Territory, the Northern Territory. Everybody else is a state, so it's not a province, which is a Canada thing. 1-2, swinging a foul tip. Holding on, Wazinger. There's out number 2. 2 down the fifth inning. Yeah, that's hot. That's just summer. It is. And I believe that day in Sydney at Blacktown, which you were at, RJ, it was it's about that. Probably more like 32, but who's counting? All I know is I swear we saw smoke in our gear, and Paul and I said, let's get in the stands with our phones on. Here's the pitch, low and away for the ball, 1-0. We also did what we also do in Perth a lot. We get what we call coffee. Coffee to us is a term for a cold beverage when it gets a little later in the ball game. There's the 1-0, swinging away 1-1. And our mate Simon Isons, who's the former member of Team England, a great legend in the Australian circles, he would bring us some coffees late in the ball games usually when the sun would go down. 1-1. At the knees, a called strike, 1-2. I call it aiming fluid, but you know the drill. Yeah, Blacktown gets very hot there. That's way out west of the CBD in Sydney, which beautiful Sydney Harbor area. 1-2. Low for the ball, 2-2. If you go to Australia, folks, yes, do the harbor thing, but get on the ferry and go to Manly. It's well worth it because you get a great view of the Opera House. You get a great view of the harbor and the harbor bridge. It takes you on the bin there, past the I guess there's a prime minister's residence there that's sitting there on the harbor as well. It takes you out to Manly. 2-2. Foul back with a rip. As a matter of fact, when my wife came to Sydney the first time, and after I picked her up at the airport, we dropped her bags off. We went straight to the city or straight from the hotel to the Manly ferry and took it out to Manly. And that's when we spent her first hours post customs. She went once she cleared customs, she went to Manly with me out to the beach area. 2-2. Low for the ball, 3-2. Of course, everybody, tourist-wise, think Bondi is the beach of all, but I think Manly is a cool place, personally. But 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 10-1 Monarchs in the 5th inning. Oh, look at you found me.
I did.
Thank you very much. Head out toward left center field. Over is Willis. He'll track it down the gap. There's out number 3. Erica bringing me a little treat there. They found the brownies left over. How about that? I complain and she delivers. How about it? Thank you very much for our staff doing that, looking out for me. 1-2-3 inning in the 5th inning. Monarchs 10 and the Apollos 1. Timeout time on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Yeah, thank you. You want one? You want it? You want it?
1, 2, each back to ride the
Thank you, Erica. Now there's some folks up the suites having a good time. They're dancing away. Two ladies up there just having a good old time. And oh, man. Why not? You're at the ball yard. Willis, Kinzer, Wazinger. That's the bottom third of the card for Kansas City, leading it 10-1. Right-hander Fleckenstein deals. Check swing roller towards second. Couple of steps to his left is Pontius. He'll retire Willis. 1-3 in the books, or 1 away in the 5th inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Will Kinzer.
Well, Kinzer will step in. Single run scored for Will. He's 1 for 2. Monarchs 10-1 on 10 hits. The wheel, the deal, the 1-0. Curve, it's low, it's 2-0. Kansas City, 1 game, won 12-1, and trying to notch another good news ×2 day. Kinzer takes on the outside corner, called strike 1-1. More chats, let's see here. No more. Let's see here. Pitch low and inside, 2-1. Yeah, RJ, I'm prepared. We planned on spending Christmas in Australia this year, but we're not sure that's going to work out. I don't feel confident about it. Doesn't mean we won't, but doesn't mean we will either. 2-1. Swinging a foul back, 2-2. That was our original plan last year too, but again, the whole situation, and you know this from Australia, and I've talked about this on the air over here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheel the deal. Away for the ball, 3-2. I did hear the ABL schedule is a few weeks out, but it's a little, usually by now, it's in a normal year, it's come out end of June. It's not even out. We're coming 1st of August. Here's the 3-2. hammered foul by John West at first. Last year it came out late too, but I'm not encouraged in what I'm hearing. I'm not discouraged. It's going to be a different year again. So you folks that watch ABL baseball, and a lot of you association fans do watch the Australian Baseball League, it probably will still not be like it was 2 years ago. 3-2 high and away, walking ball 4, and Kinger aboard. There appears to be no New Zealand, no Korea, and possibly one more team sitting out. And it'll be another one of those kind of shortened deals, probably a hub system. That's what I'm hearing. But again, not encouraging for the great game in its development in Australia. But right now, bless you, there is the health of the country is what hangs in the balance in the Commonwealth of Australia. First one to Wazinger. Takes it inside for the ball. I don't know. Daniel tonight is going to double. But we'll see. Vaccinations are on the rise. It seems like every day I'm seeing new mates of mine, or not, mates of mine in Australia getting vaccinated. But here in America, of course, most of that started back into February or even earlier. High for the ball. It's 2-0. My sister-in-law is a doctor in Dallas. I believe she got hers back in November, I think. And so it's been going on here now, better part of the year with vaccinations. Now, matter of fact, we had vaccines in game 1 today going up in the Legends Club area in the suite level. 2-0, ground ball to second. Could be a double turn right there. 4-6 on the 3. They got him to retire the Monarchs. 4-6 on Kinger. 6-3 on Wazinger. And that'll do it in this 5th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We're through 5, only playing 7. Monarchs 10, Houston 1. Timeout time on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
Today is self-respect and self-satisfaction. And that one, that's your hat 3. What is it? 2, 6, 3. 3. Here. Now on the mound for the Monarchs, the left-hander, number 26, Jacob Lindgren.
Jacob Lindgren will take over for the Monarchs, the left-hander out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, now living in Austin, Texas, and the former Mississippi State Bulldog and New York Yankee. Former second-round draft pick will take over. Give you a chance to give you that Midwest Ford Dealers, buyfordnow.com trivia question. It's kind of a softball, but maybe not. I don't know if you heard the news earlier, but Akeem Bostic, the former T-Bone, former Monarch, was with us in spring training, was going to be your game. He was going to be the opening series starter, okay? He was set to start, was actually already, built his pitch count up, ready to go. He is scheduled to join the New York Mets in about 6 minutes. Well, they'll be in the Mets. Well, actually, an hour and 6 minutes ago. So he's been a Met for an hour and 6 minutes. He was called up this afternoon by the Mets, okay, from AAA. And I mentioned this already tonight, but he won a very big pair of doubleheaders. He and Jose Mesa Jr. pitched 2 doubleheaders in 10 days, bookend double dips against the same team. And him and Jose Mesa both got wins in 2019 in the division-winning champion team for the then T-Bones. So Lindgren's first offerings away for the ball. Donatello went 2 innings tonight. No hits, couple of strikeouts, 24 pitches, 14 strikes. 1-0, bouncer towards short, charging McCullough belt high. On to first, off balance, got him. A good runner in Potness, but top of the card right there. But Morgan doesn't give up and comes turning and burning on it. 1 away. But who did Akeem Bostic beat in his debut as a then T-Bone? He beat that team again 10 days later. Well, actually, I think it was 11 days later, but it was 10 games later. The Monarchs, then the T-Bones, had the double dips, bookend double headers, 1 here, 1 down at this place. I just gave part of it away there. Oops. This thing inside for the ball, 1-0. But yeah, he and Jose Mesa Jr., who were basically, Mesa was pulled in late July around this time, and Akeem came in that first week of August. He was big down that stretch in 19. Of course, part of that 14-game winning streak where the Monarchs really brought themselves back from really on the edge of being out of the race in August 6th. He went to bed in Cleburne after a real tough loss. It's 2-0. Anthony's called strike, 2-1, then beat Cleburne the next 2. Didn't lose again for 2 weeks' time. Then you found yourself right in the race again, and it's 2-1. Swinging a wave, 2-2, as Blake Berry is even here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lindgren, numbers at a 5.84. He's 12 and a third, 11 ball games now, and 13 hits, 8 earned runs, 10 walks, 9 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. See you later. In the books backwards for Lindgren. There's out number 2. Lindgren worked over the weekend there against the Winnies and also Monday night. A good spot as of late. Monarchs 10-1 here in this top of the 6th inning. 8th pitch for Lindgren. Pitch high for the ball, 1-0. The early games all laid about a half hour ago. The top of the hour and then on in our final inning, the evenings, the later slate from that 7 o'clock, 7:05, 7:06 window. Chopper foul left side. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I'll admit, and if you guys follow what I do on Talking Baseball Australia and just in general, the baseball internationally, I am concerned about the well-being of baseball in Australia this winter because they got to be playing, and they may not play. That's what's scary. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to third. Kincher's there. Off the glove and kicks kind of to his side there. And he lost his footing as well. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it's sharply in that hot corner. He charged a miscue, so E5. Monarchs came in the second fewest errors in the association. And what's really impressive, I think, is because we talked about this about Jan Hernandez, who played third base last night at AAA Louisville for their ball game in Des Moines against the Iowa Cubs. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike to Aaron Takis. But he was playing the outfield here, of course, third baseman as well as career. But you have a lot of guys who play a lot of different positions. The 0-1, swinging a wave. 0-2. And oftentimes you get a lot of guys that do a lot of different positions. You have some ups and downs defensively, but we've not seen that. Monarchs just made their 42nd error. We're in game, 63? Swinging a wave and see you later. Lindgren, a 1-2 strikeout inning. That error would have been a 1-2-3 inning, but Lindgren continues his resurgence here in the Metro. Through 5.5, Kansas City, a 10-1 lead on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Yeah, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please now, bound for the Apollos. The right-hander, 36, Real.
Bottom sixth inning, new pitcher, right-hander, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers as those doors swing out there at 411. As those side-by-side bullpen doors and the new right-hander for the Apollos. 36. It'll be KZ Puerto Real. He got a save the other night in their win against Winnipeg there in Jackson. He will take over here and put the Real 6'2", 250. Numbers this year. But that one save was his first. 4.00. He's 0-2, his ninth ball game. 9 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 11 strikeouts, league batting .212. He's been solid for them. Take over here in this half inning. Not really sure what. I'm trying to hear what Nate's saying, but it sounded very like monotone, like he's trying to get someone's attention. Monarchs will be the top of the card here. It'll be McCullough, John, and Sweeney. 10-1 Kansas City. McCullough's RBI singles roll a pair in the fourth inning. 1 for 3 tonight. And hander to the left-handed batting McCullough. Again, if you look down to our left, that's where all the folks are. Now, as the shadows move, so do the people. At the knees, they called strike, and it's 0-1. As you move your way, as the shadow kind of moves its way across the infield, now the Puerto Real is in the shadows, and everybody else out in the sunshine. 0-1 swinging away, 0-2, but it slowly moves its way down that first baseline, and folks kind of follow the shade and kind of move around with it. No balls, 2 strikes. 10-1 Kansas City. Bullpen is up again, and for the Monarchs to close it out late in a 9-run lead is pitch away for the ball. One, 2 from the right-hander. Outside corner, called strike. I think Dandy Slaughter there on the back door there. And Got him. There's out number 1. On the way.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Ryan Grosjean.
Grosjean walked. He's 0 for 2. 10-1 Kansas City. Grosjean will tap the plate. Pitch to Ryan. Ground ball to first sharply, but a couple of second hops and third hops, and finally knocking it down and picking it up with Zintenhorst to wait for the pitcher to cover right there. Puerto Real 3-1 and out number 2. 2 down in the 6th inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Darnell Sweeney.
Darnell Sweeney will step in. Already rolling in Milwaukee at Sioux Falls 1, Milwaukee nothing on that Midwest Ford Dealers out-of-town scoreboard. So somebody finally playing in the league. Finally. They got the first pitch thrown in Fargo as well. Lincoln and the Fargos. Swinging away, Bowood. We had to Fargo next week. We'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I believe our departure time is Sunday night.
Really?
0-1. Just away with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, that's where the bus is going. Old DV may walk. Here's the 1-1 offering. Sweeney at the knees.
Call strike, 1-2 down.
Homer back in the 4th inning. Launched his 10th and 10-1 KC in this 6th inning, and that's KAY-SEE in the old school way. KC, 1-2, foul away. Again, I got to put that together because last night we heard the term of circuit blown home run. With all the other little odds and ends we've learned, but 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good old KC was how they used to write KC in the papers. Found a way left side. Was not uncommon back in the 1930s, even the 20s. They'd say good old KC, and they'd spell it instead of KC, KAY-SEE with quotations. Kind of like it myself, but 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2 low in the dirt, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sweeney taps the shoes here. Sun kind of blocked a little by a thin spot of cloud, and drops the sun blast for a moment. 2-2 is foul back. Look out to our left, owner's suite area, and Legends Club that way. Not a real day-nighter, but it's more of a day happy hour doubleheader. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 10-1 KC in the 6th inning. And the pitch. Swinging a wave and Sweeney out on strikes, and they'll pick up the handle of those Bilodeau. He'll tag him on the wallet. There's out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Puerto Real. Monarchs, a 10-1 lead, a last call in the Metro in game 2, pardon me. Game 1, game 2. It's game 2, folks, all right? Quick timeout on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. You think I got some kind of problem? I can't even remember stuff? I keep, the game was 1 or 2. No, it's not hard. I do it all the time. Yeah, it's the one. No, it's ridiculous. It's just early onset. You start taking that brain supplements. I ate that sandwich like a fat kid. I stuffed it down like Fat Albert over there. just stick it in my face as fast as I could. They're looking at me. They all cleared the buffet. They're like, "Here comes Fat Albert."
Drop it down there.
Audience.
Audience, yes, we're waiting, then we'll go get Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now on the Monarchs. Welcome back to the right hander, number 23, Ramsey Romano.
He pitched in game one.
Get out of here fast. Okay.
Off Canaries and the Milwaukee Milkmen. That was in the top of the second. Sioux Falls jumps out to an early lead, 2-0. Over in Fargo, we are scoreless still. And the Salt Dogs and the Red Hawks tied at 0-0. No scoring yet in the top of the
How about that? So, did you bring your audience with you?
I did.
What's he doing?
My trusty Steve, Jack Johnson, joined us.
Well, you guys go to the post-game show, sir. Thank you very much. Out of town bordered by Jackson Webb, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. BuyFordNow.com today. And here's one hit out towards center field, drifting back as Berg still going. He will reach up, make the play. Right there at the track, the dust kicks up, and Alvaro Gonzalez, bid for a long ball, is out of here as the J&J show will disappear, and trusty Steve. Good grief. One ball, 1-1-1, checking my microphone here on the booth cam here. Test. Yep, there we go. One down here in this last call inning. Monarchs with a 10-1 lead, and Peguero takes it inside. Romano, Ramsey, and working in this last call inning. Romano this year, the number is at 5.19. He's 2-0, 12th appearance, 17 1/3. Line left, right side, just past a lunging Gillespie there, and out to right field. 14 hits, 10 earned runs. He's walked 8, struck out 8, and walked the league batting 226. So Peguero aboard. That's the second hit for the Apollos. Monarchs trying to land a good news times two, and on to second base. Peguero with the double. Gets credit with the double there. Sweeney's going to track it down to the corner, so 1 out double. Taylor Zittenhorst will step in. Pitch away for the ball, 1-0. Good baseball for Romano. "13 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour here. Last call for the Apollos. 1-0. Ground ball toward the bag at second. That'll get on through, though, just under Romano's glove. Rounding third is Peguero. He will score. That's a RBI for Zittenhorst. He's got his 11th. And it's 10-2 Kansas City. That's their third hit. And Yetzka will bat. Put 2 in the middle. Pitches on the inside, missing 1-0. Pitch, but low, 2-0. Tomorrow night, back at it again. We'll be at our normal time. 7:05 will come on around 6:30. I do know Bob Kendrick will be here tomorrow. I don't know if he'll be in the booth, but I know he'll be in the ballpark tomorrow. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball to second. Grote-John's there. It's a 4-6 on to first, and got him. Turn him, burn him, double play, and you can watch this one. For the second time this week, the Monarchs turn a double play to in the ball game. Good news times 2. Monarchs a 10-2 winner and take both halves this afternoon and this morning. And the Monarchs take care of business on this Wednesday. Monarchs the winners 10-2. Stay tuned. Those totals are coming up next right here on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
We got a new series coming up starting Friday night. We're around against the Houston Apollos tomorrow. We got our top priority contest at 6:25. We got the VIP opening up around 4:30 for our team set. We really remember the last time I saw someone get Carolina Peppers. You might want to bring a poncho along with you. This thing. 2 days from now, I'll sell a Monarchs baseball drop. Come on.
Smile, babe. Now the Monarchs take 2 today, a final in this one, 10-2, and won the opener 10-1. So Kansas City taking both halves the double dip today. Still waiting with the attendance here, but we'll get that for you in just a moment. Final totals look like this tonight in Game 2 as the Monarchs take both ends. As for Kansas City today, pull it up here for you. Monarchs got 10 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. I got the Monarchs living on 1, 2. Just 2 is what I got. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Apollos. They left on 2. Not a lot of left on today. It'll be the winning pitcher, I believe, will be Donatello, but we'll find out here in just a moment. As I believe he will be the pitcher record in this one. No save today. Lost charge. Here we go. Donatello is the winner. Arias is the loser. 2 hours and 10 minutes as the Monarchs get the win, a score of 10-2. Monarchs take both ends. Post-game show, it comes up next right here on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Before you go, we can take a picture, but don't disappear. You keep disappearing.
Midwest 14, the exclusive vehicle of the Kansas City Monarchs.
Terrible, just terrible. It'll look better having one. What do you want? What do you want?
The field in the background?
You want it? The bill in the background?
Sure.
There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
They'll go
Yeah.
with the box score.
Yeah.
All good.
The attendance isn't on here.
757. I just or whatever I just sent you.
I put it in the thing just now.
Well, game 2 tonight as the happy hour started at 5 o'clock at 97 degrees. That was 33 degrees Celsius, if that's, I'm sorry, 31 degrees Celsius, 31.33 degrees, something like that. What I'm trying to tell you is a little warm. It was happy hour, but it was warm, so most folks were probably all good. Of the 700 and change who were here for the second ball game today, of course, we had a ball game earlier, and then the Monarchs won that one as well. Let's tell you how this one happened here in game 2. Monarchs were winners by a score of 10-2. Pitching principals Ryan Newell went 3 innings for Kansas City to get the start, and Abdullah Aris, the nod for the Apollos in this one.
Kansas City. I read it. I get caught up in my chair, but somehow did. Oh, well.
Somehow my headphones are caught in my chair. I have no idea how that happened. But anyway, Monarchs got the lead, though, in the second inning. A walk for Casey Gillespie, single for Charles Burks, then a single for Connell Willis. Willis gets the RBI, but Burks runs by the stop sign for out number 2. The Monarchs grab a 1-0 lead in this one. He sure did. The next batter, though, would be well, actually, 2 batters later, but Daniel Wazinger. Yeah, 2-0. It was charged an error, though, but Monarchs in the 2-0 lead. They would grab a run, though, in the third inning and a RBI from Jordan Pontus after a drop third strike by Taylor Zittenhorst on a pass ball, actually, and he would wind up coming around with a single for Pontus. So 2-1. Monarchs add their lead, make it 4-1 in the third inning. A walk to Grotjohn from Eris, then a single for Gabby Guerrero, first and third. And with 2 down, the batter is Charcer Burks for Kansas City in this one. Yeah, 2 more runs, but Burks in the baseline there, and I believe it went. I had an 8.356 in that one. Monarchs add the lead the 4th inning with new pitcher Flankenstein working for them. Actually 3 2/3 for Harris. He got the first out of the inning. It caught a Willis, then a single for Kinger, double for Wazinger, and the single for Morgan McCullough, and that ground rule double on Wazinger. And here is McCullough. Yeah, 6-1 Monarchs right there. Monarchs would continue to add to it in the inning as with 2 batters later, Darnell Swinney a home run, and Swinney would launch the long ball. The Monarchs would add the lead in the inning. Sure is in a heck of a groove right now. Monarchs at that time, 8-1, would add more to it with Casey Gillespie a couple of batters later. And the Monarchs had the home run. They'd had a run the 7th inning, a single for Zintenhorst after a double for Pagero, but Monarchs would get the final out as it sounded like this here in this one. Yeah, 10-2 winner. The Monarchs on top of this one win both ball games, and Kansas City now with their 41st win of the year. Timeout time. Postgame continues right here on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Postgame continues. Let's get out of the clubhouse. See what Joe Capietri said after this one. It's the Top Step Overtime Edition. Let's hear what Joe's thoughts were after this game win tonight, the double dip win. Let's see what Joe had to say. That's Joe Capiatro, Top Step Overtime Edition. Couple of thoughts. I wrote these down. He said tomorrow, another day. He wasn't really thinking about Chicago, who is still 48 hours away. But it'll be a very interesting series. I know we're looking forward to that, and I think it'll really be an interesting measuring stick. We have these measuring stick series. Every one of them is, in some form or fashion, every series is a measuring stick, and I think you'll learn even more coming up this weekend, but he really wants to worry about tomorrow. First, talked about the will to win today, winning 2 ball games out there. They want to win, will to win, lots of runs. He talked about that as well, and he just says we want to win. I mean, it's just the way it is, and right now an upside-down record against Houston for the Monarchs, who have owned this series so far, winning 9 of the ball games so far, and have a chance for a 10th tomorrow in the final game of the series. So all very matter-of-fact stuff, as we have come to expect from Joe Capietro. Pretty much standard fare right there. Timeout time, quick one. We'll come right back. We'll check the numbers. We have the numbers and more right here. Monarchs a 10-2 winner on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. What's that?
Did you not hear the chili pepper one?
What did he say?
He goes, Joe, we got to know you're going to participate in the chili pepper.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Was it the very beginning or end?
Is it there yet?
Oh, I didn't. It didn't cut it off. I didn't hear that. It must be the tape. It must be the tape, though. I bet it's on the tape. It wasn't on their phone, though. I bet it's on the tape, but. Monarchs postgame continues as the Monarchs get to win here. The numbers behind the numbers here in this one. Kansas City now 40.
1 and 22 again, setting another around that Hawaii record now at 21 and 7. Here's the ballpark 28 and 10. That's a high in the league this year. Against the South 27 and 14. They have been all 9 games so far with Houston. Let's see the series. This is the series run for 26-5. Monarchs hit a 4+ run ball and 23 and 6.
It's weird because, again, the stat, the saves are down toward the bottom third and the bottom of the league, but you've got 23 wins of 4+ runs. I mean, that's pretty amazing stuff right there. As the Monarchs also out-hit them today twice, 31 and 4. Didn't make the error in game number 2. Monarchs in that 24 and 8 now. Monarchs were beat twice today, and Kansas City with 2 home runs, 18-5. Didn't allow a home run. Monarchs at 20 and 8 right there. It's a Wednesday now, 9 and 3 on Wednesday. Monarchs also stay in first place for the 19th day in the American Association Final in game 2. It was 10-2. Stay tuned. Post-game rolls right along here on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Do we have score refreshers? Do you want me to do them? All right, nothing new. I'll just go through the standings real quick.
For every stolen base this year, I pledged $2 to Ronald Dollhouse Charities in Kansas City. I hope you'll join me in doing the same. Visit them at rmhckc.org. That's rmhckc.org today. Ronald Dollhouse Charities of Kansas City.
Now the post-game rolls at game 1, the 12-1 final, game 2, 10-2. Let's check the out-of-town board brought to you by your Midwest Ford. There's not a lot going on. The guys are down the hallway. It's all good, but Sioux Falls right now in the second, leading Milwaukee 2-1. Fargo trailing Lincoln in the second, 2-0. Winnipeg and Sioux City are scoreless in the second. They've gone top 3. Cleveland got 3 runs in the first inning. They lead the Garys 3-0. Chicago and King County, they are scoreless in the first inning. Of course, the one that matters most, a pair of wins for Kansas City. So let's check those standings for you in the American Association. Kansas City now have 41 wins, 22 losses, a .651 percentage, puts the Monarchs with 1 game behind Milwaukee in the win-loss column, or in the loss column. Milwaukee at 41 and 21, .661. KC 41 and 22, 651. So 5 in a row in the win column, 7-10. Monarchs now at the moment a 5-game lead over Cleburne, 6 over Sioux City, 9.5 over Lincoln, 6.5 over Sioux Falls, and 33 over the Houston Apollos in that South Division. So there's your standings right there. Monarchs winners twice today, 41-22, as Kansas City wins both ball games, winning game number 1, 12-1, and game 2, 10-2. Back a final time next to send you on your way and let you finish happy hour or your evening plans or whatever. All that right here, the Monarchs postgame show. It wraps up right here on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Monarchs postgame show wraps it up right here. Monarchs did a dandy day today, winning both ball games. Anytime you win 2 games, it's a big deal. And anytime you win 2 games against the team you've been playing for, it seems like for eons, Monarchs have played this Houston team 4 times in a row and won all 4. A very tricky series for Kansas City. The Monarchs are 1 win away from taking a very tricky series and winning all 5 ball games, which I think would be huge in the grand scheme of things. With Chicago coming to town and with the tough August ahead, we're going to put as many of these things in the bank. You'll do it again tomorrow night. Back to normal time, 7:05 tomorrow night. Be on the air at 6:30. We'll have Monarchs 101 with DV. Also, you're around the American Association, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers, as well as your Top Step with Joe Capietro. A dugout report. Don't know what that'll be, but it'll be something good for the boys down there, the J&J crew. Actually, I think tomorrow is their show. That may be what that is. So that'll be tomorrow. And your Coors Light flashback moment, all that tomorrow here at Legends Field in Kansas City. MonarchsBaseball.com for tickets. You can go to our website and do that as the Monarchs and the Apollos wrap it up. Big weekend coming up, though. I've got the Friday night affair, the Saturday night affair, fireworks on Saturday, on Pride night, Cap night on Friday night. Should be a great weekend for baseball. Sunday, fun day at the ball yard. So a 3-game series with Chicago. That's around the corner. But first thing first, how about tomorrow night? Gates will swing at 6. Love to have you out. Come and support the Monarchs. Come out and support this Kansas City Ball Club with representing you across the American Association, representing you very well right now with 41 wins and 22 losses. I had a double check right there on my notes. A lot of thank yous today. Jackson and Jack, J&J, the crew right there. Also, Morgan Kalenda and her crew for their help on our broadcast. My crew down the hallway, Nathan and Jason, Emerson, Caitlin, Molly downstairs taking pictures. Also, our official photographer is the one and only John Ellis. Big tip of the cap for John. And again, I mentioned Morgan's crew, Carrie, and all her entire promotions team. Big thanks to them for supporting our broadcast here as well. Also, Mark Brandmeier and partner Mark McKee, the ownership group of the Monarchs, and of course, Jay Hendricks for his help on our broadcast. Also, big tip of the cap, Joe Capietro twice today, and also the post-game show twice today. Also, Dave Peterson, who appeared on a show in Game 2, the manager of the Apollos. Big thanks for his time as well. Very nice young man. Appreciate his taking the time to join us in the broadcast. Also, WD-40 for her help in our broadcast, also in our proofreading department. Appreciate her work. Also, you folks listening to us worldwide, down the street, in the ballpark, across the metro area, also worldwide today, as we said good day, mate, to Sydney in New South Wales, Australia, also in Canada, also twice in Canada, all over the Midwest and all across the country, the Monarchs Broadcast Network on MixLR, of course, worldwide on AABaseball.tv. I say it every time, let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Let's show more love tomorrow we did today, and let's all have a good night tonight, coming back tomorrow ready for the Monarchs and the Apollos to wrap this thing up at Legends Field in Kansas City. Monarchs won Game 1, and this afternoon, 12-1. Game 2 final totals look like this. Monarchs got 10 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 3 men left on base. It was 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base for Houston. A winning pitcher for the Monarchs, Donatello, is 2-0. Arias is 0-9. No save today. On the clock, 2:10, as the Monarchs win it here at the ballpark, 10-2. Again, I said every time, you guys are the best. The reason we're the best, because you're the best, the fans of the Kansas City Monarchs. Again, Dan Vaughn telling you final time. Good news times 2. Monarchs winners in game 1, 12-1, winning game 2, 10-2. Until tomorrow night, good night, Kansas City.